Hey, you guys know where we're at. We're at Punspace in Chiang Mai, Thailand. With my boy Thiru.
What up?
London, mate.
Yeah, that's exactly how I speak, yeah.
He's essentially...
as you can see, I'm a very posh London lad.
Very posh London, mate. I was
Grew
just
up
in London, by the way.
yeah.
This is essentially my classmate because we met October 2014 at the Dropship Lifestyle conference retreat in Chiang Mai, and Absolutely. That was kind of the first drop shipping class of 2014,
yeah,
whatever you want to say. So it's like,
so that's when we introduced to the madness, weren't we?
Yep, that's when all of our life started to change, and a lot of us are still here. You're one of them. So I want to now get your story. It's a year and a half later. So yeah, what's your name and where are you from and how did you get to be here right now?
Sure, yeah. So like, so my name is Thiru. I'm from England, 30 years old. So I mean, my typical story, I went to uni, finished uni, worked in various different places. Didn't really hold down a job for very long. Never really enjoyed working in an office for other people. So basically I was always looking for ways to make money online and be able to travel at the same time, because it's something I've always enjoyed. And that's when I came across Johnny's blog. I think we all came across Johnny's blog.
Thank you again. Is he in there right now? Oh,
I have no idea.
He was in there the other day.
So
how did you find it?
I think I did like a Google search for like how to make money online and live in Thailand or something like that. Like,
I'm telling you guys,
something as random
all you gotta
as
do is Google how to do your dream, and like there's tons of articles out there, right? Like Travel Like a Boss podcast. This is his podcast, by the way. We're on it. Check that out. So you found his blog. Do you remember? Was it a YouTube video or article or?
No, yeah. I found his blog. I started reading through it. Like, I think I bought his ebook about how he kind of lived in Thailand for a while. Then he talked about drop shipping, so I kind of like read a bit more about drop shipping, and because he was talking about how he did drop shipping, built a store, and was able to make money from that and live in Thailand. So I basically read more and more into drop shipping. Had absolutely no background whatsoever in terms of online marketing or anything online. Like, I never made a penny online.
Yeah, same with us, man. Of course not, of course.
So like, it was all completely new to me. Read more and more about it. Then actually I bought his course. I think I bought his course before I came to Chiang Mai. Yeah, bought his course.
You mean the dropship course?
Yeah, Anton's.
Anton and Johnny's course, essentially, right?
Sure, yeah. So yeah, I bought their course.
Same one as us, right?
Yep, exactly. And then I heard that they had a retreat in Thailand, October 2014, and at that time I was working. Had to fight to get time off for that particular week. I actually had to swap. I remember I had to swap with another staff member who was actually kind enough to change the date for me. I wonder where I'd be now if we didn't swap that, right? Like,
dude,
probably still be in some fucking office somewhere.
See, this is the commonality in all of these stories of people that are out here. Like, you really gotta want it bad enough, and you wanted it bad enough, so you figured out a way to get the week off. How much time did you get off? 10 days?
I think I got like 5 days, 5 working days off. So including the weekend, I had about a week off.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it wasn't a long time.
And you came out here, we met you, and we got drunk that one night. And
I remember, like, I literally finished work on a Friday, packed my bags, went straight to the airport after work, and then I literally came back the night before I started work. So I was like, yeah, and yeah, we went out like,
beast.
God, what was the retreat like? It was good, but I was just like, I think I just didn't understand any of it. Like, kind of completely blew me away. Not so much for the informational content, but just like meeting all you guys. Like I remember meeting you and Parker, and I remember Evan as well. And Evan's like, I came in with like $2,000, $3,000, and I'm thinking like, I got that kind of money. Like, why am I still in fucking London? You know? So like, just meeting all you guys, like listening to your stories. Like, I know you and Parker said like you just went back to US and like did like some menial jobs, right? You saved up and you came here.
After uni, yeah, we worked for Parker. His last semester in uni, he studied abroad, so I went to visit him for 2 weeks.
Right.
And then we came back and we were just like, let's just get a job out there. so through researching jobs and you know, living in Thailand, we found Johnny's blog and found out about the retreat. Same thing as you, man.
Sure, man.
This is Johnny once again, fist pound.
Yeah.
So dude, yeah, you're a beast. You came out only for like the 1 week of the retreat and then went home. I would say there was 100 people at this retreat, and maybe half of them stayed, you know, for longer term, and maybe half like went back home to their jobs.
Yeah.
But the key,
I think quite a few went back. Yeah.
The key of this retreat was just to get people out here and just have them see how comfortable and easy it is to live out here, and how not really crazy it is. It's and how cheap it is, and so
definitely, I think it was exposure, just exposing yourself to people doing this day in day out, seeing that it can be done. I remember, like, you know, knowing, I felt really jealous, like hearing about you guys all staying here, like I said, you, Parker, Evan, a few of the other guys that were here as well. I was like, fuck, I wish I could stay as well. And like, I mean, I already wanted to quit my job, but then I was like, I'm definitely gonna go back, work for an X amount of time, because at that time I didn't have much saved up. I was actually in a bit of debt. So I went home, just carried on working, like was in my parents' house, so I didn't have to pay rent, which was great. My parents didn't charge me any money in terms of living at home, which was great as well. I just went home, worked every month, just tried to save up as much as I could, and basically got my ass out here. Well, I left London in July 2015, traveled for a few months, and I did started looking into other stuff in like December, and I moved here in February basically. So now I'll be here for the foreseeable future, like Chiang Mai, Vietnam, as long as I'm careful with the money I have left now, because I'm starting to run out. I'm not gonna lie, but I think I'll be.
We're all starting to run out all the time, but that's the beauty about this part of the world, is it's so cheap in this part of the world. Southeast Asia, tropical Asia.
Just hustle, man.
Whatever you want to call
it.
You just gotta light a fire under your ass and just make it happen and follow what other people are doing, that it's working, because there's plenty of people in this office right now that are location independent. They got all their businesses working. Plenty of Amazon people, dropshipping people,
everything, freelancers, fuck everything.
Whatever, man. Kindle book. We got Adrian Kindle Kid right here. Hey, there he is. Just so many things you can do. But the key was just to meet these people and see, all right,
get your ass here.
It's real. Just get your ass here. Get your ass out here. I don't care if it's just a week off work, then you go back and start saving money, or save up, you know, 5-10 grand. And commit yourself to 6 months to making it work out here.
Sure. So and the magic is that once you're here, right? Once you're actually here, when you'll be surprised what you do when you're in desperate situations, right? You'll be surprised the shit that you can pull out the bag, like. Like, I mean, I've started to write articles now, which I didn't think I could do. A few blogs I didn't think I could do. Like teaching English voluntarily, and like doing some teaching online as well. Like all just to like make like a few pounds here and there, just so I can even cover my eating costs for a week. Like then just focus on the Amazon stuff. So like, yeah, like Riley's saying, just basically get your ass here, see what it's like, and if you're gonna go back. You know, your mind over here, save up. I'd say, you know, I mean, I kind of wish I came with a bit more now, but I'm still doing fairly okay here. I'd say between, I think maybe at least 6,000 US, like maybe, but that's what, like 4,500, 5,000 pounds.
That's what you saved up?
I saved up a lot, but then I spent a lot when I was traveling. Because I was traveling from like July last year to around December, so I spent some of that money. So I probably came to Chiang Mai with about 5,000 to 6,000 pounds, so that's about 9,000 US dollars, I reckon.
Yeah. So that'll get you 6 months out here, you know, at least.
Definitely, yeah. So and then you can just do freelance stuff if you need to like stay here. So
you started travel. Where did you travel? Did you go to Australia?
Well, so first I spent like a month in Sri Lanka.
Oh, dope.
That wasn't really traveling. That was more kind of seeing family, and also like my brother worked with a charity there, so I was just kind of there and seeing the work that he did with them.
Nice.
And also then I went to India, which is pure on the road, like fast hardcore traveling for like 2 months. Like,
oh damn, India for like, 2 months, huh?
It's just crazy, man.
All across India. Damn, I gotta do that.
Man, it's intense. India's intense. Like, I think everyone should see that country just because it's so different to like anything you'll see, like ever. unless you go somewhere like Afghanistan or Pakistan.
Yeah,
it's probably not going to backpack through there.
Yeah, no, not
unless you kind of enjoy breathing. But yeah.
Unless you enjoy being dead. No, India is definitely in my mind.
Yeah. No, it was crazy. So like India, like I was literally in a new city like every 3 days.
Damn.
Yeah, like on a 15s.
Solo or what?
Yeah, I was doing it solo.
Damn.
Like I was with a friend for like the last week because he came up from Sri Lanka, so we spent like the last week together, which was really cool. But then literally the month and a half, like I was by myself.
By himself, backpacking through India. By the way, in a wheelchair. This dude's born with a disability.
Probably
you can't see it, but yeah, he's rolling across.
Probably can't see it because his pretty face is in the way. But yeah.
rolling across the muddy streets of India. Jeez, man, you're.
Man, India. I'm not gonna lie. I think India in a wheelchair was extremely tough. Like, I mean, I'm still very lucky because as a disabled person, I'm still quite flexible and quite adaptable. Like, I can still move all of my body. So if I need to, even if I need to get myself upstairs, I can ask for help. Or I can just get out and drag it up.
Dude, yeah, this dude's a beast. I remember when we met you in Chiang Mai a year and a half ago. Yeah. You're getting into the back of the red truck. He's like, oh yeah, lift me up. Just lift him up, gets in. He takes his wheelchair with his hand. Like you can tell he's strong because he's using his arms all the time. Just fucking gets the wheelchair in with like one hand. This dude is like, he's a master. He's climbing all over the place. But yeah, dude, beast.
I still gotta do that now with the red buses, man.
Yeah. That's how you're getting around in Chiang Mai. The red trucks?
Yeah, the problem is they don't always stop for me. Sometimes I gotta get ripped off by the tuk-tuk drivers. But like, I try, because Chiang Mai is not that big, right? So I try and wheel where I need to go. Yeah. But if I do need to go, I'll try and like get a red bus to stop. But it's like, I've got to try and stop like 6 or 7 before one of them stop for me, which is like annoying. But
nice.
Otherwise, just get like a tuk-tuk and pay like, I don't know, 3 times as much. But whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, this dude's a beast. That's all I gotta say. Like, I remember just meeting him at the retreat, and he's like, "Yep, I'm going back to London, and I'm gonna save money." And he's like, "I'll see you guys back here." And I was like, "All right, man." He's like, "I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back."
I did think it would be sooner than I did come back though. I think I took a bit longer than I maybe should have. But
well, the bottom line is you're out here.
Yeah.
And he's been messaging me questions about Amazon, which is like great, and I want you guys to do the same too. Yeah. Just hit me up on Facebook. Say who you are and like blah blah blah, and I'll answer your questions. Like, he's been doing it, and so I'm happy to do that type of stuff. So
I tell you what, guys, like Amazon, like if you compare what most of us do in our day jobs, like it's not even that hard, is it? I mean, it's not easy, but it's not like
it's relatively easy.
It's and like the amount of work you have to do once you're making money is very little compared to like other stuff like dropshipping.
So it's coming out with that product that sticks. And we have one product that is sticking. It's been selling since July, selling well since July, paying for our lives out here. Our second product didn't do so well, but we got a third product going. You just kind of got to start small and then build your business from there, and increase the amount of fun money that you spend every month. I call them funds. I don't call them funds with a D.
Yeah, like a special thing in your budget that said fun money.
Fun money. I try to spend every dollar as fun money. Like,
man.
We have a very small budget, like $1,000 a month to spend out here. But maybe next year we can increase it to $2,000 and then travel Europe and travel more. And
$2,000 in Asia, you'll be living like a king, won't you?
Yeah.
Like, that's like earning 2,000 US in Thailand is like earning, I'd say 3.5 to 4.5 pounds, 3,500 to 4,500 pounds in the UK. Like, you can live that well here with like 2,000 US. You can live like a king.
My general rule is everything in Southeast Asia is 4 to 5 times cheaper. Like pretty much everything.
Yeah. Especially in Chiang Mai.
Yep, especially in Chiang Mai. So your business, what are you doing now? And what are you doing business-wise now? So
I mean, I started off with dropshipping. I went back, I tried it. I found it a bit hard doing it by myself here in London because I didn't have the support network. Then I actually found out about Amazon. How did I find out about Amazon? Oh yeah, I found out about Amazon because you remember there was a guy that gave a talk in the retreat about Amazon.
Ben Brandis.
That's it.
Shout out Ben Brandis.
So
changed a lot of lives, bro.
Yeah, so like I remember his talk, but I never really took much notice of it because at that time I was there for dropshipping, right? So when I was sitting there and I didn't even understand what dropshipping is about, and this guy's talking about Amazon, and I'm like, fuck this, this is like way too like above my thing right now.
Yeah, right.
So like I kind of kept that in the back burner, but then I found out more and more people were doing it, and then I remember messaging you, Riley, and then I was saying to you, how's the dropshipping stuff going? And you're like, dude, like everyone's left that now, like everyone that did dropshipping is doing Amazon now. And I was like, all right, cool. So I'm like, why should I do Amazon? Like, I'm sorry, why should I do dropshipping? So when I was in Australia, I was living with my cousins there, and I started researching more and more about Amazon stuff, how to do it. I found it very interesting. I think I find it a lot more interesting than dropshipping because it's like importing, kind of, you know, finding a product you like, getting it sourced in China, importing it to the US, selling it in you know, on Amazon.com. That seemed like that sounded like something I actually wanted to do, and that I was actually interested to do, like something I'd get up every morning and be like, wow, this is like something I want to learn about, right? So, which kind of what it was like in Australia, because I was like waking up every day like actually wanting to learn more and more about this. Like now I know about it, I'm not as excited about it now, to be honest, but it's still interesting for me.
Yeah, new things are always exciting.
Sure, man. So like I came here in like February. Like I decided like I just got to make the jump now to Chiang Mai. I was actually initially planning to come here in like October for the retreat again. I was like, there's no point me delaying it. I was like, I'm gonna come now. So I left Australia end of Jan, came here early Feb, and I delved straight into it. So at the moment I'm doing a product. I started off doing a product with a group, but unfortunately a few things happened, had a few disagreements, so I'm actually just doing a product by myself now. It's a product that I spent some time researching, and kind of like halfway through now. I've got the product on. I've got the samples for it, and the suppliers are making it now. So now we're at the stage of like branding.
You paid for it. You paid for the.
I paid for the
half of it,
the
or
30%.
30%.
So now they've made it. I'm gonna pay for like the 70%, and then send the brand and the logo basically.
Let's go. Then they're gonna make your packaging and put the logo on it.
Yeah, they're just gonna do like black and white packaging.
Okay, cool, man. Yep, that's the process. You do a lot of research. That takes the longest time, and you pay 30% of the. How many units are you gonna do?
500 units. Yeah.
Is this your first order? So.
Yeah, it's my first.
This is kind of your test order.
Sure. Yeah. Just
Definitely. It's always good to start with like 500 or 200 for your first time, just to make sure it sells.
Sure, yeah.
Because our second product, like I said, is not moving like our first one. But
how much did you spend on your second one, Riley? Just out of curiosity, like.
We spent. It was a less expensive product. Our second one was a $20 product. So
you're selling, or you bought at $20?
Selling it on Amazon at $19.99. So. The product was probably $5 to $7 wholesale. Sure. But our first product was $12 wholesale, but shipping was $4 extra. How much was your product? How much you spent?
So basically it's about $2.20 per product. That's including the product and the packaging. And like they're printing the logo on for free. So I have 500 units of that. That's about like $1,000. 500 units. $1,200 for like 500 units. Plus I've got like shipping, which is about $295 basically. So that's about. It's probably about 1,500 altogether for like the first one.
Yeah, really.
Which is it's okay. I mean, I don't really want to go over $2,000. So it's quite good.
That's good, man. See, you can start an Amazon product for $2,000.
Yeah, sure.
You know,
and I'm quite confident in the product as well. Like, did a lot of research on it. Like, I've not just kind of jumped into it.
Yeah. You got to do a lot of research. You can't just throw something out there and be like, woohoo, it's gonna sell 10 a day.
It's not like dropshipping, man, where you just like. Well, I mean, I'm talking about like eBay dropshipping because I did that for a while. With eBay dropshipping, you're just throwing shit in the wall and like hoping something sticks. But it's not like that with Amazon,
right?
What's that? You don't buy it, yeah, exactly.
This, you buy it, you put your money down, and it's like, all right, I hope that money doubles, right?
Sure, yeah. You not just buy it, you pay for shipping, you pay for advertising, promotions, all of that shit, giveaways, like.
Yep.
So yeah, just do like. I mean, I spent like 2 to 3 weeks. I think I spent about 3 weeks on product research for the one I'm doing now.
Definitely.
Which you know, I mean, some people might say that's too long, but for me, I don't mind spending an extra week or two, like,
Oh, dude.
just you know, grinding through like 30 products. I think I analyzed about 30 to 40 products.
That's good. See,
before I came at
he's doing it right. I talk to people like all the time. They start doing their research. They're like, all right, I researched for a couple of days. I got it. Like, I'm gonna do this. I'm like, well, how many products did you look into? Oh, you know, a couple. Don't get excited. This is what I tell people.
Yeah.
Don't get excited about a product until you've crunched the numbers on like 30 different products. Because you want to look at as many things as possible, and then find out where's the biggest opportunity as far as numbers, like, to get in there. Don't get too excited, because there might be something better.
Plus, also, even if you like it, you still want to track it anyway, don't you? So, like, even if you see a product after 2 days you like, you're still not going to go for it, because you still want to like track it over like 10 days to see that it's not like just like normally when you looked at it.
Yeah. So what we're doing is we're tracking the sales on Amazon, making sure that it's selling good. Because basically, if you guys don't know, we're picking stuff that is already selling very, very well.
Yeah.
By multiple stuff, something that's just selling off the shelves on Amazon. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. We're selling products that are already selling on Amazon well. So that's the method.
Yeah, literally just finding something that sells well with not great competition. But we can just move in, be like, what, first, second, third, fourth, even fifth, sixth, as long as there's enough sales down there.
Yeah, as long as you're on the first like couple pages, actually,
yeah,
you can still make money. Amazon is so ridiculously big.
Yeah,
millions of shoppers every day.
Sure.
So that's the cool thing about Amazon, is it's the biggest store in the world. And what we're doing is we're coming in with our own little cool brand, right? So we're branding it as a new, sexy, blah blah blah.
Maybe change a little bit about the product if you can, or just add something on. Or
you definitely have to add something on. Thanks for bringing that up, because our second product didn't work because there were a few other sellers with the same exact model, and we didn't add anything. We didn't add any extra accessories to it to make it different, or make it a different feature or something like that. So definitely make it different, make it unique. And if you want to learn basically what we do, just hit me up. Alright, simple as that. Just hit me up on Facebook or leave a comment or whatever. So
just type in your Riley Bennett into YouTube, you'll get your channel, won't you?
Well, they're watching. So that's good, man. That's so good to hear. You got your order placed.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely. I want to just kind of go through the whole process once, just so I understand it. Because I think Amazon is probably something I'm probably going to be doing for the rest of my life. Like, I mean, it might not be the sole thing, but I'm probably going to be doing it for a large chunk of my life, you know, together with other stuff. So, like, at the end of the day, for me, I just want to, you know, get through it once, understand the process. Then I want to, you know, have like a few more products up within the next 6 to 8, whatever, 10 months. All the issue is with me at the moment, my cash flow isn't great, so might have to do like some freelance work to get the money to do another product, or I might just, I don't know, I'll figure something out. But yeah. I just want to get this first product.
It's a very good skill to learn. It's branding. Yeah, you know, it's marketing. You know, this is basically, it's just marketing, meaning looking at the market and getting in there where you can get in and making your money. There's a waterfall of sales going on Amazon, millions of dollars every day, and you're just sticking your hand out just to get a little bit of that. Just, you know,
and that little bit is more than enough for like somewhere like Chiang Mai, right?
Yeah,
like,
man.
Think about it, if you got one product, right? Let's just say even if it's making $300 a month, which is that's a very modest figure. You have like 2 or 3 of those products, you're already making what, $900 a month. That's like a lot in Chiang Mai.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Our product, by the way, it gets like 20 sales per day. It retails at $40. And
amazing.
It was a pretty good hit.
Yeah, that was your first one as well, wasn't it? Right. Yeah, it was your first ever product.
First product. And that's paying for 2 people to live out here. And we pay ourselves $1,500 a month because we have like credit card bills, student debt to pay. So $500 goes towards debt payments, right? And $1,000 goes
you're
towards
American,
spending.
so you got the tax guys off. You still got like, I think US is like one of the only countries where you got like pay tax rate on earnings that you're earning abroad. I don't know, something like that. Or maybe it's not just the US.
Are you talking about living abroad or?
Yeah, because like, isn't it like there's something about the US being like the only country where they like proper come after you from your earnings abroad? Is that maybe that's, I think it's everyone, I guess.
As far as taxes go, I'm still an American business. Living abroad has nothing to do with my taxes as far as now.
Right.
But what we are planning on doing is what Johnny did, is he filed for this income tax exemption.
Right.
Expat income tax exemption. So if you live out of the U.S. for 11 months out of 12,
Wow.
you don't have to pay personal income tax because you're not using the services that you're paying for.
Sure,
blah, blah,
yeah.
blah. But Johnny did it. He has a podcast on it. You can check that out.
It makes total sense, right? Because why would you pay tax in the US when you're not getting any of the benefits, right?
Yeah.
You're not using the hospitals there. You're not using the police. You're not really getting anything from them. So why are you paying tax?
Police are using you. But yeah, that's what we're planning on doing, is staying out of the U.S. for 11 months. So we're going to go back home in summer for just a month.
Sure.
And come
Yeah,
back.
that makes sense. Yeah. Makes sense.
So how long are you planning on staying in Chiang Mai? Where do you see yourself
Well,
going?
here's the thing. My aim is to. I think I'll probably be in Chiang Mai for the next 3 to 4 months. I want to see like other places. Like, I want to see Vietnam, and I really want to see the Philippines as well.
You were there,
Philippines,
right?
yeah. I was. So when I traveled, I did Sri Lanka, India, and the Philippines. Like, Philippines is awesome, man. Like, people, I think people there are just more chilled than Thais sometimes. Like, Thais are a bit more. I think language barrier is a big thing. Like,
Language barrier is a big thing in the Philippines. As in, it's not a big thing.
Yeah, it's not a barrier at all. Yeah,
It's no barrier.
Like here, you know, a lot of people can't speak English. You try to talk to someone, they're like, "Oh, sorry, little English, sorry."
Yeah, it's the thing. Like when you're in Southeast Asia, I'm putting Philippines in their own. I don't want to consider it Southeast Asia, even though it technically is. It's more. It's island tropical Asia, whatever. But when you're here, Thailand, Vietnam area, you're not. It's the element where you're not sure if they speak English, if you want to like talk to someone.
Sure.
So that kind of makes it a little bit. You're kind of a little bit more shy to be friendly with someone because you're not sure if it's gonna. If they're gonna be able to speak good English back. But in the Philippines, everyone speaks total English. Like, yo, what's up, man? We gotta go. Blah, 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 blah.
I mean, I was talking to this. I was in a hostel and I was talking to like the hostel manager's little daughter, and she was like, what, 11 years old, and she could speak like impeccable English, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. I think she said some words that even I didn't understand.
Yeah, they like have,
Shows
they
how
have
great my
immaculate
English is.
vocabularies. Yeah, like this one chick, she was like, oh my god, using words that like I've never heard before. Exactly, dude.
What, she said that to you, or you said that to her?
No, she said that. I said that to her because her vocabulary was so deep. I was just like, whoa, they're really into their English there. It's it's actually called Taglish.
Yeah, Taglish, yeah.
Taglish,
They mix Tagalog and English, don't they?
They mix Tagalog and English, and even on the ATMs, it's a language option.
Really?
Yeah, there's Tagalog,
Taglish.
Taglish, and English. So
That's crazy.
what they speak in the Philippines is a hybrid of Tagalog, which is the Filipino language, and English. So they'll be speaking like "Sige sige Tagalog," and I came to my office. And like half of the words are English and half is in Filipino.
Tagalog,
It's very interesting.
I went to the show there once, and like they were doing exactly the same thing, like speaking half in English and like half in like Tagalog. And
It's weird. Like some words they just maybe it's like they use all the nouns in English and like some weird thing, but it's dope. But they can also all speak fluent, great. I call it American English.
I think I think even without the language, I think they're just a bit more chilled there. Like they're more up for just having fun and not really thinking about the consequences, which is the kind of people we like, don't we, Riley? Unfortunately, they think about their futures here. It's not really good for them. I'm just kidding. No, I think Chiang Mai is like more. I think they're more. It's more of like it's quite a religious city here. I mean, quote unquote religious kind of thing. Buddhist, yeah, devout. Some of them are devout. They're like, it's kind of like it's like a religious city here. I think they're a bit more. Thais are a bit more nationalistic. They have a bit more pride, I think.
Oh, definitely.
Which is a good thing, I think. Like,
yeah, it's very because they have the king, right?
Yeah, so it's like a monarchy, yeah. So you can't always like, yeah. I mean, thing is, language barrier is a big thing. Like, if you can't have a normal conversation with someone, that makes it a lot harder to just be able to connect with them or just.
Yeah, it's if you don't feel comfortable that you can have a normal conversation with anybody, it kind of makes you more shy. to be more to reach out to people, I
Yeah,
guess, because
sure.
you're not sure if they're gonna be like.
It just
gonna
puts
be
this
able to-
wall
yeah.
between the two of you, doesn't it? Like
it's an
it just
invisible
kind of-
wall. I mean, a lot of Thais do speak great English, but not everyone. So it's kind of that element if you're not sure.
And then they do pick and choose who they want to speak it to as well, don't they? Sometimes they conveniently forget the language.
Sorry, sorry, no English.
Sorry, no English.
Yeah.
And then go back and say to them, "Mate, he was a jerk, wasn't he?" So-
But the cool thing about Chiang Mai is you have all these white people. No, not really. It's a big expat community. All these guys working. So huge expat community. Tons of Americans.
Yep,
especially
there's one right here.
I noticed one right here. Right? Definitely some more Americans in there. But yeah, this is Punspace. This is where it all got started for me. I worked here for like 4 months when I first got out here a year and a half ago, and just grinded all day and tried to make it work. And we're still out here, and it's a beautiful thing. And do you ever plan on slowing down your travel, or?
Well, I mean, right now my main concern is just getting the business running, making money. Because to be honest, at the moment, with my way finances are, I haven't got the money to just sort off and travel now. Like, I just want to stay here, work my butt off, do what I need to do to basically carry on living this lifestyle. Because for me, the thought of going back to England and working in an office is like gut-wrenching. It's like
Right.
painful, man. Like, it's like I don't. Just thinking about it makes me like depressed. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, it's a great lifestyle here, but there are obviously, like with everything, there are realities. Like, I mean, I think when I was in England and I saw pictures of you guys, like with you guys here, I think I saw some pictures of Evan as well. I was like, wow, it sounds so amazing, man. Like, just going to a different coffee shop every day and like chilling with new people. But the reality is, you know, it's not all rosy. You do have a lot of lonely nights, like a lot of times where you can't really communicate with everyone here, like it's because of the language. It's not like in England where, you know, if you want to just have a Friday night out, you just go to a bar. You can do that here, you can. But you're just going to meet expats, you can't meet local Thais in a bar. But you can, but it's a very specific type of local Thais you meet in a bar.
You can.
Either
you're
like
not
gold
sure
diggers or
you're not
hookers,
sure if you
basically.
go over to those people, they're gonna be, you know, English majors, I guess you can call it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, the problem is like you go to like an expat bar like Zoe's, the only Thai people you meet there are just like gold diggers, aren't they? Or they just hookers, like one or the other.
Girls that like expats, I guess.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you're living in a foreign city, a new city, especially if you're coming out by yourself, it can take time to get acclimated into the social scene, the local scene, and to make friends. But that's the cool thing about when you come to Chiang Mai is you can work in a co-working space and make tons of friends here. Especially if you can come to a conference like the Nomad Summit that Johnny is doing, or the Dropship Lifestyle Conference. You come out there and you make 1 million friends right away, and that way you feel accepted in the community here. But it can, when you move to a new city, especially a new country, it can take time to get in.
I tell you what, there's a hell of a lot easier meeting people here than it was in London. Like, the good thing here is like,
right?
because if you meet an expat, like literally, if I sit down in a coffee shop and I see someone next to me and there's an expat, I don't need any reason to talk to them. I just turn around and be like, hey man, where are you from?
Yeah.
Right? Imagine doing that in London. Like, imagine sitting down in a coffee shop and just like sitting down with someone next to you, like, hey man, where you from? I mean, some people will be receptive. Some people will just be like, why is this jerk talking to me?
Yeah, right.
Like, don't even know who this guy is. Whereas like here, like I've never had a bad reaction literally from anyone. Like I just, like yesterday I was just sitting down next to this guy. I could tell he was English just when he said hello. I was like, hey man, you're from England, and we had like this great conversation. And I found out he was here with his girlfriend he was actually working on a startup here actually. And like you have those stories like literally week in, week out, where you just meet new people, hear new interesting stories, and like I said, I mean I've not had I was talking about in terms of language barrier with other Thais obviously, but in terms of meeting expats, like it's easier
It's easier than at home. You can make friends way more frequently, because it's kind of obvious, right? We're all in the same boat out here. It's
Sure.
like, oh, I sit in a coffee shop.
Yeah.
You know, the other day, this kid, I'm like, oh, you working, man? He's like, yeah. So what you doing? Blah, blah, blah. We get into it. Where you from? All you gotta say, like, when you're traveling is, where you from? That's what everyone says. And obviously,
and that leads into like 100 other topics that you talk about after that. Like,
yeah.
crazy.
So you make a million friends here, and cool thing about that is now half of my Facebook friends are travelers from around the world. So it's just a self-feedback loop. Everything I see on Facebook is people around the world, and it just inspires me to keep doing it.
Sure.
Like, I'm sure you feel the same. I don't, like, long term, going back to like a job or sedentary living at home, I don't see why anyone would do that. Once you start traveling, why would you go back to the planted life, right?
It's highly addictive, like highly addictive. Like
Travel bug, right?
Like, I mean, I was telling Riley, like, I just turned 30, and like, obviously when you turn 30, you're thinking like, should I be settled down now? Like, should I be? But I just can't see it. I don't think I'd even do it in my 40s. Like, you'll probably still be a digital nomad.
We live in an amazing time. The internet is still like young. It's only like 20 years old or something, as far as it being a part of human daily life.
I mean, how many people were doing this 10 years ago, Riley, right?
Dude, not
no
many
one
at all. 10 years ago was 2006. 4-Hour Workweek came out in 2007. So like the only one that was doing it was Tim Ferriss, right? But anyways, get the 4-Hour Workweek if you haven't. I say that in every video just because you gotta do it. Get the audiobook. But yeah, man, just in the last 5 years, the digital nomad thing is blowing up. So we're still, high five.
Big.
We're still early on.
Big here.
Dropship Lifestyle. We're the first class of 2014. And so
did you go to the one in Krabi?
It's like my PC class, right?
Did you go to the one the next year in Krabi?
No, we actually were gonna go, this close to going, but didn't make it.
Sure.
We wanted to. I want to go to the next one. Just because you meet people, it's just dope. But yeah, man, it's still early on. Everyone, if you want to travel, I say this in every video, but Chiang Mai is a good place to get out here.
Do it. Just like, honestly, one of my biggest regrets that I didn't do this earlier. Like, I'm 30 now, like it's not like I'm a granddad, but at the end of the day, I wish that I kind of did this when I was maybe 25, 26, you know, but at the end of the day, it's never too late. It's never, even if you're 35, like, at the end of the day, right, just because you've been doing something wrong for the X amount of years, why does it mean you have to carry on doing it? Like, and like, I know how it is, because when you're in a full-time job, right, it's so easy to be in that mindset of that's what you need. It's so easy to make excuses and be like, no, I need to stay because of this, I need to stay because of that, I've got this commitment, that commitment, and you get sucked in by it, man. Like, and you think, shit, like, I've got a stable job and, like, you know, I've got this income, do I want to give that up for like something I don't know? And like I'm not saying that everyone should do it. I think that what I'm saying is that if you really want to be here, and there's something you really want to do, then you should definitely consider it. Now obviously if you've got a wife and 3 kids and, you know, they're all in school, then, you know, maybe you got like different things you got to think about, right? But like what I'm saying is that if you want to do it like I did, like Riley did, like a hell of a lot of us did, and like you're sitting there and you're thinking, well, I don't know if this is gonna work, I don't know if I should give up my job, I don't know if I should do this, like just like honestly just save up like at least 5 grand. You know, if you can save up maybe 8-9 grand, 8-9,000 US dollars, whatever, you know, 6,000 UK pounds. Just get over here, and like you'll see, like I've actually just like found out so much about myself from being here, like from working with other people, from just grinding out. Like I said earlier, like it's funny what you can pull out of the hat when you're just pushed against the wall, right? Like, you'd be surprised how much shit that you can pull out of your own, like magic just happens like that when you just have to grind. Like, it's crazy.
That's what all the inspirational memes say. Like, success lies right outside of your comfort zone. Like I said earlier, you gotta light that fire under your ass. That's what Casey Neistat says. Like, that's why he started his daily vlog or whatever, because it's a fire under his ass to create something every day. He has that deadline. Every day I have to make something creative. So when you're out here, it's that deadline.
Who's Casey?
Casey, he's another YouTuber, vlogger. So you got to put yourself out there and create that urgency, create that fire under your ass to make something happen. And if you want to travel for a long time, if that's something that you've always wanted to do, I think it's for most people that's the case.
That's it, man.
It's always, oh, I want to travel the world someday. When I'm retired, I'm gonna ride my motorbike across China. A quote from 4 Hour Workweek. But really, just make $1,000 or $2,000 a month on Amazon or online, and you can do that right now, right? So
also like I was gonna say, yeah. No, I was just saying, like you be. Sorry, my mind's
you
gone
can do
blank.
it now. Don't put it off. There's plenty of us doing it, so use us as your excuse. We both use Johnny as his excuse, as our excuses, just because we saw him doing it.
Oh, yeah,
but if you can't save up, 10 grand, just do a 1 week vacation out to Chiang Mai.
Yeah.
Like 1 week vacation out to
See
Chiang
what's
Mai
possible.
would be good. Or 1 or 2
See
weeks.
what's possible, yeah.
Just get out here and come to Punspace and check it out, and hit me up if I'm here, and hit anyone up that's there.
Yeah.
And just you'll see it. It's very chilled lifestyle out here, and come out here, start your business, and then you can travel the world.
Sure, yeah, definitely. I mean, like for me, like I probably would never have got into any of this if it wasn't for my love for traveling. Like, I mean, to be honest, even now, like, I mean, Amazon is great, but Amazon for me is a venue, is a vessel to be location independent, right?
Exactly,
like,
exactly.
If I was still in London, I probably wouldn't. I mean, if I didn't want to leave London and I didn't want to travel, I probably wouldn't be that interested in Amazon, to be honest.
Oh, totally.
But because I want to travel and I want to be location independent, this is a great vessel. But if you're doing Amazon, you didn't realize all the other possibilities that's out there. And like it's interesting because when you start a business by yourself from scratch, right, and you make money, like you get a sense of confidence, like a sense of belief that you're like shit, I'm actually like pretty alright at this. Like I can actually do this, right? Whereas like I always thought like kind of people who had their own businesses were like had to be these entrepreneurs from like a kid who are like you know these guys in like high school who are like selling things and like business guys. Like I was never like that, right?
In the business club, like the people that have online businesses, those are only the guys that went to frickin' UCLA or like some smart school, and they're in the champion business entrepreneurship champion or some shit, when that's really the opposite. The people that are doing online business here are just the people that have the independent mindset, and they're just like the mindset where, if that guy can do that, then I can do it too. And we both have that mindset, and everyone else here does. Not everyone has it. You gotta believe in yourself that if I see that guy on the blog traveling the world working online from his laptop every day, well then why can't I do that shit?
Sure, yeah.
Alright? So,
and Riley, I'll tell you what, I can probably think of a hell of a lot of like investment bankers and office guys are probably working a lot harder than us and getting harder. Like a lot less like stuff out of it. Like, I mean, I work hard, but I don't work like sometimes I do, but like probably don't work like investment banker hours, right? And like
not at all, man.
But we still get a hell of a lot of rewards for what we reap. So
yeah, it's the business that we do is all about not becoming rich. That's down the road. You build a brand, but it's about becoming new rich in time, rich in experiences, rich in excitement, rich in relationships, rich in work-life balance, rich in the ability to move around. So that's what we're doing it for. We're doing it for, basically it all comes down to travel, the ability to be free, to be your own boss, to live life on your own terms, to live in whatever city you want to live that month. So it all comes down to the freedom. This is the freedom business, right?
Sure, yeah. Location independence. And also like rich is relative, isn't it? Like, cause like what, like $1,000 here is pretty rich. Like it might not be a lot in London, but $1,000 here a month, it's pretty darn comfortable. Like 2,000, you'd be living like a pretty, I don't know, maybe someone who lives in Kensington or something like that can live for like $2,000 a month here.
I'm spending like a third of what I spent back home, but I feel 3 times richer, right? Because I never have to cook for myself. I eat out 4 meals a day. Thai food is amazing. Like I've tasted a lot of cuisines around the world, and I think my favorite is Thai. Wow.
I think number 2 is probably Indian. Like, but you've tried Vietnam as well, right? What do you think of Vietnamese food?
It's delicious.
Better than Thai?
Man, like I said, I can't pick favorites, dude. I can't pick favorites. I love all food, man. I'm such a camper. I eat everything.
Yeah.
And I love everything. So I can't say Vietnam, blah, blah, blah. But I definitely want to hit up India soon. That's on my.
If you're a vegetarian and you like vegetarian food, get your backsides to India, because Even though you might be on the toilet once in a while for eating it, food is still very nice.
It's that worth it, so go eat this shit.
Totally worth it, yeah, totally.
Well, I think we are looking forward to a bright, travel-rich future. I think those investment bankers, you know, one day, once they retire, they're gonna want to drive a motorcycle across China. I'm sure once they're done,
when they're 60, yeah.
When they're 60, I'm sure they're gonna travel the world. But hey, man, I'd rather travel the world on a budget. I'd rather travel the world on a budget at 26 than, you know, spend 10,000 a month on travel when I'm 60, right?
Yeah.
We only have a certain amount of years in our prime. Gary Vee just said this, 20 years max. Screw lifespan, prime. Do it in your prime, man. We're doing it. Come out here. You're a beast, bro.
Thanks, man.
This guy's a real beast, man. He did it, and he's doing it from a fucking wheelchair, man. So no excuses, eh? Let Thiru be your inspiration, motivation, excuse to get out here. We're at Punspace, and I'll see you guys in Chiang Mai soon.
See you all soon, guys. Take care.
Peace.
That was cool, man.
Oh yeah, cruising down the man.
We should have done a video of this for your podcast.
We should have done the whole podcast like this.
Cool.
So, how long have you been traveling?
If you would have seen this and she would have flipped, boy. What the fuck is this guy doing?
Here we go. Woo!